what an absolute pleasure it is for me to be here with the third time national champion Central High cheerleaders with their jackets and shirts, and I can hardly believe that. Do you think another school somewhere has done it 3 times like y'all?
Yeah. Not like us.
Not like you all. I want you to meet these young people and let them tell you their names and what grade, year you are in school, and then I have some questions to find out what it was really like to be a part of a national championship team. It didn't just happen. No. Okay, let's start down here with one of our captains.
Hi, I'm Katie Walker and I'm a senior.
I'm Christian Finley and I'm a senior.
I'm Tori Hada and I'm a senior.
I'm Sarah Hada and I'm a junior.
I'm Becca Bethune and I'm a junior.
I'm Vicky Stepp and I'm a junior.
I'm Kristen Dawson and I'm a junior.
I'm Tevin Macias and I'm a junior.
I'm Kaylin Coffey and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jeffrey Cox and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Ryan Fernandez and I am a sophomore.
I'm Emily Guevara and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jessica Moore and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Meredith Miller and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Eddie Martinez and I'm a sophomore. And I'm Matt Askew and I'm the coach.
The only coach, when we've just discussed, most 5A schools have at least 2. And for you all to obviously be moldable enough that one coach and Coach Askew, Matt Askew, we're incredibly blessed. I don't tell you enough to have you, because it could not happen without you as a team, but the fact that you all follow a really good leader is amazing. And what I would like for our audience to know, first of all, you don't just show up and cheer. You start, when does your season's preparation for your season start?
After tryouts.
And tryouts are next month in March.
Yes, right. And then right after we start practicing, and then we practice up until cheer camp in June, and then we learn the nationals routine at the end of the summer, and then we practice all the way until nationals.
And nationals were which month?
They were in January.
So they've just happened. And when you say you practice, on the average, let's take during the school year, how many days a week do you practice?
5 days every day.
Every day. And you're also, you don't just cheer at football.
No.
Volleyball
and basketball.
Volleyball, basketball, girls and boys basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to be great like you are, you had to get along.
Of course.
A club with high levels of tension, whether it's a pro or a high school or a college group, cannot be this successful if there's a high level of selfishness, for example, or drama.
Right.
So what has made your club so exceptional?
I think it's because everyone on the team really cares about each other, and getting along is something that we enjoy, and it helps us get closer to our goal, which was nationals. So we all really came together for it. It was our goal as a team. So
What were your challenges?
Had lots of injuries.
Yes.
Lots of injuries.
Like a sports team.
Yeah.
Which you all really are.
Yeah.
And I voted for y'all to be UIL
Thank
team. Just wanted you to know.
Thank you.
About every year or every few years, they send out a survey to superintendents to see if cheerleading should be a sport, and I have always, in my 16 years, voted for that, because you are.
The way we do it is.
Well, absolutely. Okay, challenges, injuries. How many injuries would you say?
almost everyone on the team.
Everyone's
at least
something.
1 or 2 per person.
So, for parents who have young children and say, oh, well, I don't want my child to be that if it's their injuries, how do cheerleaders, even when you are well trained, following the rules, how do you get injured, and what kind of injuries?
A lot of it's overwork sometimes. Like,
and from
ankles,
tumbling.
Yeah, from tumbling.
It's a lot of different aspects that causes pounding, but we keep going because you love it, and even if you take care of yourself, you're going to get better, and you just keep going through it.
So it's not maybe what someone would think, falling off the top of the pyramid.
No.
That's not that bad. That's where the least injuries probably were.
The least
our team,
injuries
yeah.
for your team. Well,
Yeah.
so you're well trained in that respect.
Yes.
So yours would be, you use the word pounding. What on earth does that mean?
Maybe like when we're tumbling, jumping, stunning, all those different things take a toll on your body, but you know, if you keep your injury, keep working on your injuries and take care of yourself, you'll get better, and you just keep going. It's part of being on the team and persevering through it, definitely.
And I definitely appreciate, everyone who has had an injury on the team. They make the effort, to get better and work through it.
And we all cheer each other on to keep going and help each other through it.
What do you think are the characteristics that a good sponsor, why do you think Mr. Eskew has had 3 national championships?
He's a perfectionist.
He knows how to push
Patience,
us.
perfection, what else?
He knows how to get us where we need to be.
He knows how does he do that?
He motivates us.
Motivate you?
With push-ups.
There are lots of ways to motivate people. I'm motivated perhaps differently than other people. So can all of you be motivated the same way?
With cheerleading, pretty much.
Pretty much?
We're all going towards a common goal.
The physical challenge is really motivating, I think.
All right, so toward a common goal and the physical challenge, what? Finish that.
Showing up every day and getting through routines and getting through getting through injuries and pushing through and to learn new skills.
Right. He encourages us to do our best, and that's what we want to do. We want to be our absolute best.
So you used the verb encouraged you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best way I like to be motivated is through encouragement. But sometimes I have to be
almost there.
well, that's probably part of it. So, all right. So we've talked about what some of the pieces, long hours of practicing every day. How many of you had gymnastics?
Most of us.
Most
All right,
everyone.
so now raise your hand if you had not had, so parents can see.
Have not.
Okay. So you can be a part of a national championship team with or without that, because I'm asked that occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you don't have to be a gymnast.
Yeah.
you do not.
You don't
Katie?
have to be a gymnast. You just have to have, the skills that we all need. I mean, you don't have to be a gymnast.
Well, I think that's important because some parents may think, well, I can't afford gymnastics training, my child wouldn't have a chance. So you're saying that's not necessarily true.
Right.
Basically, you have to have the willpower.
Okay, you've said the willpower and perseverance. Tell me, why would someone need to know that?
Because when I first got in here, I thought it was just, me going off what I thought it was basically, it's going to be easy. But when I got in here, I was like, whoa.
What's hard about it?
Oh, when you see us lifting up those girls, it takes muscle, and it's not just you, and you gotta hold your bone balance, and you gotta the long hours of tumbling and lifting and everything. That takes a lot out.
It takes endurance.
Yeah.
All right, now be honest. Think about this. How many of you have wanted to quit this year? Even briefly.
I wouldn't actually do it, but
just moments, if you're honest. Under what conditions did you feel that way?
exhaustion.
At the end of a long practice, maybe.
Yeah, like practices are ongoing very well.
Yeah.
Which is something that we all had to deal with, definitely.
Well, and you all don't go home quickly, so you have to get home late and you're tired and then do your schoolwork.
AP homework.
Yeah, that's right.
So I would think, and that's just being honest, isn't it? That sometimes you just get so tired. Mr. Eskew, how about you? Were there ever moments that you thought?
Not this year, no.
Well, how lovely to y'all. That's a compliment to y'all, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is.
Wow. What is special about this group, Matt?
This group is very young. Very few of them had ever really cheered before. They all tried out pretty much their sophomore year to be cheerleaders this year, so there was a lot of learning, a lot of going back to the very beginning to get ready. So, and they really worked hard to get there.
And the fact they did.
Yeah, I mean, I could not have been happier by any means, because I was hoping for like the top 5 finish, top 3 at the best.
Wow.
So,
At what point did you realize, I think they've done it?
I figured they could probably do it probably could have done it about mid-December.
Okay. Excellent. How many, 3 of you, how many of you were on last year's team?
Last year's
Just 5 of us.
just 5.
Okay, 5. Wow. Was this harder year or easier year to win this?
I think it was harder.
I think it was harder because
There was different things. Like different things were easier and different things were
All right, give me an example.
I just feel like we were closer as a squad this year, so we were able to just connect a little bit better. So because we had that bonding, we were able to like do it as a team. I mean, and it was harder.
So that made it easier.
Yeah.
Now what made it harder?
It was just that there was a lot of newbies, and it was.
we had to teach with Matt. Like, while we were getting ready for nationals, we were also teaching the newcomers and stuff.
Okay. Well, but what a tribute to all of you that you pulled it off. Wow. That's an amazing accomplishment. How now has what you have accomplished, you worked toward and accomplished that ultimate goal, prepared you for the next phase of your life?
I think it's definitely taught me and everyone on this team perseverance and
Discipline.
Discipline,
definitely.
perseverance.
It teaches you to definitely work with people and compromise on things.
Ha ha ha.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
definitely have to learn to put other people's needs in front of yours, because it's all about the team. You have to do what's best for the team and not just for yourself. Like, there may be a day where, I'm feeling kind of sore, or I don't necessarily want to be here, but you have to think about, it's all about the team. I have to be here for everyone else.
It's
That
like
way,
if one person slacks,
yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah.
So if one
Exactly.
person slacks, then it impacts everybody.
It does.
Right.
Absolutely.
The judges can see it, we get deducted.
right.
Yeah. So the next big phase is college. And I have felt through the years that young people who are on a team like this are headed towards some kind of post-high school, whether it's military, technical school, or college. And because you have learned these things you've articulated to me, you already have a head start toward that next phase. Some kids have to learn that after they leave home, and now you've already learned a great deal about that. Somebody tell me about a moment that was your greatest memory from this year.
There's a lot.
All right, give me one.
Well, at the beginning of the summer, we had just started working on our stunts and things, lifting. And the hardest thing about stunting is not only do you have to think about yourself, you have to think about the people below you or the people above you. You have to think about balancing myself, but balancing everyone else, because if it's not perfect, then it's not going upright. And I think my greatest memory is the first time my group hit one of our stunts. It was just a great feeling to know that, oh my gosh, we finally did it. Like, everyone is working together, and it happened. And that's kind of what this whole year has been about. Everyone working together and it happening.
Right.
Well, they say, and we can all be the judge of this, that as we get older, we remember our worst experiences and our best experience. Our most painful, our happiest, ever how you choose to look at it. So is there another one besides this experience that was one you believe will stand out for the rest of your life?
Mine would have to be, it was at camp. We had just got back from working out, and it was us three guys, me, Eddie, and Tevin, and we were all pretty, we're guys, we're hungry, we eat a lot. And well, there was two other guys.
You're supposed to.
There was two other guys at the camp, and they just knocked on our door and was like, "Hey, are you guys hungry?" And it's like, "Yeah." And just gave us a box of pizza, and that made my highlight of the camp. I don't know, for some reason I was just so hungry, and I was like, I need to eat again.
And someone was befriended you.
Yeah, he just brought us a
fellow
box of pizza.
cheerleader. And instead of like the stuck-up cheerleader persona that people think of, it's really
It's
different
not,
than
no.
that.
We're all really nice and we're smart too.
It's not like Bring It On. I know, everyone thinks they're dumb cheerleaders, but most of us are AP
students.
Yeah, and top 10%.
Wow, and you balance it all. Well, I guess I need to ask you, Mr. Eskew, is there a memory from this year that you will go forward with you?
Every year, there always seems to be a big blow up at some point. Because, they're
it's
teenagers.
just humans.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But this year, there hasn't been one. They've really worked hard to, if any drama they've had, I'm guessing they've kept outside the gym. It hasn't come in. So
that is amazing, young people. I'm telling you, for any group, no matter where what group you are a part of, as you grow older, it's give and take, isn't it? How cool it would be to always get our own way, but it's not good for us because we don't learn. And learn about working in groups because we're always going to be part of them. That's an amazing thing. The group that never had the blow up. I think that's a tribute to you all. How outstanding. Well, I'm telling you, I could not be more proud of you. And to hear this story, when the banner is hung, the third national championship banner, we all will come in here and have a great source, a big smile and a great feeling of what you have accomplished. And you've set the mark high for next year. Who's going to be around, you hope, next year to put that fourth banner up there. And one more thing we didn't discuss, this year's group had the most young men. Isn't that what we said?
In a long time.
In a long time.
Order new uniforms.
And it was helpful, wasn't it?
It was a lot more fun too.
Hey, way to go, guys! A lot more fun to have you.
None of them have ever done it before.
Ever cheered before.
They're all gymnasts, but they've never done cheerleading.
But they did great this year. They really came through for us. Yeah.
Guys, you didn't even ask them to say that, did you? Way to go, young people. I'm so proud to be on a part of your team just from the sidelines.
Thank you.
Thanks a bunch.